Hey everyone, this is J-Dog and I'm here with another video. There's this video at one of these pride parades that happened just recently. There was an incident where you had neo-Nazis and KKK with weapons showing up, and they were basically causing trouble. Now, shout out to Tariq Nasheed because he tweeted one of this video, but he also said something that was very important because it's an issue that's going on in some parts of our community of the behavior of some of our people within our community, and I'm glad Tariq Nasheed pointed out. First, he says that while armed neo-Nazis and KKK are showing up at these pride parades, this is how black intersectionals are reacting to it. And what he means is, how do we respond when Nazis are carrying weapons? And then also when we have to deal with police and property and stuff like that. And let me tell you, the reaction is not good. You can see that you got a few of us who don't take things seriously and goof off and cause problems. Let's take a look at this disturbing situation, and you see that this ain't good. You had a bunch of individuals just go around on a police car twerking. First of all, that's bad mistake right there. Number two, that's how you respond to armed Nazis or police officers, race soldiers, or armed Klansmen. Maybe you should, the better response would be to, I don't know, make sure that you are well protected and armed and ready to fight back. Not playing around like a bunch of idiots. If you want, believe me, if you think I'm just talking, here's this video. They're doing this on a police car. Now we know about, they already know that race soldiers or police will shoot you unarmed even just for just standing there. Excuse me. They know that most of these police who are known to be racist towards black people will shoot you even if you are standing there unarmed. And, just standing there, even complying to the police, they will shoot you. But instead of a better response, like getting ready to fight back and stuff like that, this is how some of us, not all of us, not most of us, but just some of us, react. Ratchetness. Really? Look, come on. And you're doing this on camera in public and it's just hundreds of people not doing anything about it. Ironically, the police are not doing anything about it. Well, I'm just glad that the police didn't go around shooting at these ladies. Because then that would be a whole terrible situation. But they put themselves at risk for something like this to happen. This is not a good sign. This is ratchet behavior. I don't know who was raising them when they were kids that it make it okay for them to act in this ratchet behavior. At least in the civil rights movement, the protesters of racial injustice did not act like this. They even if they didn't have weapons, they marched, got in line, and basically learned how to conduct themselves like actual human beings. And then you have the Black Panthers, who did actually have weapons only to defend themselves, not to cause trouble. Today, you have some of these idiots right here just go reacting, twerking and stuff like that, and basically trying to show off to the world, this is not how you deal with racism and injustice. Because the Nazis and Klansmen that were interrupting some of these pride parades, they were ready for war. This is not a war tactic. This is just stupidity that could have got them hurt or worse. Here's more of the video. I'm like, this is the kind of behavior, seriously, this is the kind of action you take when you're dealing with racism in America. And then you see why some other communities, and even people within our own community, especially those who do want to see our community better, now don't take us seriously. Now, do I care about what the other communities say? No. First, if the people of other communities who are racist toward black people have something to say about my people in a negative light, F them. And if they come in my channel or my chat room disrespecting my people, their comments will be removed and they will be blocked. So I don't care what they say. And if they wanted to fight me, they better be prepared to fight me. However, when our community does not call out bad behavior within our community, then that's a problem, because the enemy tries to use our bad behavior to paint the whole community, not just the suspects. You see, when we try to paint the bad behavior of other communities, which we have, and sometimes even successful, they will try to pin it, because they also control the media, or at least pieces of it, to try to say, no, that's just some individuals. And then when they see us behave bad, they try to paint the whole community. And this only gives them, unfortunately, this is not to go against, this is not trying to act coonish, but they do use this as ammo to make our community look bad. And eventually, what happens is we are painted in a negative brush. And then that's why more reasons why we get attacked more. Why they have negative stereotypes of us on film and television shows and video games, internet, radio, etc. Why even let's say if someone who was willing to hire some of us was willing to hire some of these people for a job, and the employer sees this video, they say that this is the employer does not want people that behave like this, even if it's out of the job. They'll try to use this as the excuse to not hire. But here's another problem. Why some of us is not calling out ourselves. We know that this is a issue. Like I said before, I don't care about what other people or even some people in our community say. Now, some people will be like, you're cooning when we point out bad behavior. No, I'm pointing out bad behavior. There's a difference between people like me and Tariq, because he's pointing out this too, and then people like Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum. There's a difference between me and Tariq and then people like Brandon Tatum and Candace. When Candace and Brandon would point out this, they only do that to please white people. They do not care about the reputation of black people. They use this to throw black people under the bus. But then they don't bring no solutions to the community of how to behave better. They will use it, and they will go in public, mixed company, to please their white masses and or any other racists. And try to throw the community under the bus. When me and Tariq point out this bad, or Harvey Superboy, your world, shout out to him, by the way, or Terrain, or Nicole point out this bad behavior, we pointed out not to throw community because we love our community. And also, Woke Progressive does videos pointing out this bad behavior. We do it because we want our community do better. We actually do care about our community. That includes our reputation, our community's reputation. We want to actually bring in solutions to fix bad behavior and so that our youth can have a great example, better role models, and a great example to help improve the community. Yes, when Peterson, Owens, and Tatum, or other coons, Sambos, and traitors pointed out, they're doing this for an excuse to throw the community under the bus. They do not really care about the community. They just have self-hate. And they try. But now back to the actual video itself. This was not good. This is not good. You're doing this on a police car when you're dealing with a situation involving neo-Nazis and Klansmen. And then you have someone in the film, not one person tried to stop that. It's like, hey, be careful, you might get killed. Instead of confronting the Nazis or taking cautions to maybe evacuate if you know you can't win the fight, to evacuate, or prepare for a way to defend yourselves, you're doing ratchet behavior. Now, if this was a party and there was no incidents happening, the cops are only there and if there is security, it's only there to protect the people from anyone that does cause trouble. But if this was a party, a get-together, nothing's happened, it's evening is going great, you're just dancing, and if someone owned the car, gave the dancers permission to do this, or it was the dancer's car, which means they'll be responsible for it, I wouldn't go around talking about this video. I would have actually watched and maybe see how a good time they have, because it was just a party, or it was just a parade. I mean, this was a parade, but this was a parade. And only because nothing bad was happening. This was just having a good time, because every once in a while we deserve to have a good time, dance, enjoy, and have a good time to relieve some of the stress. Unfortunately, I'm not happy with this video, because this, first of all, the car they're doing this is a police car. This is a state-owned property. This is owned by the federal government. We actually pay taxes for these cars. And not to mention it's state property, local property, it could be federal property, or just simply the police property, which means if the police wanted to, they could use the video to identify these women or gay men or whoever. They would find them or even put them in jail even anytime they want to. And then this will go on their record, whether it's a misdemeanor or felony, depending on how they want to charge the crime, which means it could end up going on the record. And then if this were to go extremely viral and people happen to see this, not only people will not want them around, especially certain jobs. Also, not to mention, this is how the enemy, the racists, will try to use this to point this bad to the black, to make the black community look bad. Also, like I said before, there's neo-Nazis and KKK. I know this is a long video, by the way, but this needs to be explained. There are Nazis and KKK out there with weapons. They came out there for fighting, for violence. And this is how we respond. Not taking it seriously, just dancing around. What if they actually decide to shoot at them? That twerking and stuff ain't gonna save their lives. A shield and gun probably would, but not how they do it. This is not how you respond when you're dealing with violent people. But yet, some people in our community just want to just show off and not take things seriously. Shout out to Woke Progressive. He kind of did he didn't talk about this particular video, but he talked about a situation called why he don't want to just always blame the white man. Now, I don't think he was saying that to, say he's not going to go against racism. He's still going to go against racism. He knows white people have caused all our problems. Unfortunately, there are still problems that we know we need to solve that we actually do on ourselves. There's people within our community that cause problems within our community on ourselves, but then we don't want to correct our own people when we don't want to correct our own people. I know this is a long video, by the way. Once again, this might be one of my longest videos ever. That's not a live stream, but yeah, we don't want to correct our own people when they make bad decisions. And then some of them will try to defend their bad excuse. Will try to make excuses for the bad behavior, saying white people don't call out their situations and stuff like that. And they'll say stuff like that, and then I will say, well, we do actually call them out, but if they don't want to address their own problems, that's their problem. Because eventually it's going to destroy their community. If they want to destroy their community by not calling out, not letting their rapists and criminals go to jail so they can attack more of their own people and destroy their community with the opioid crisis or whatever, that's their community. I'm not part of that community. Let them destroy. Hell, I'll do one better. We'll still call out their situations and at the same time not help them on the community, because that's exactly what they do to us. But here's the thing, when it comes to my community, when I want to call out bad behavior in our community, I want to do it to help fix the problem and actually make a solution to help our community do better and be a more protective class and a more modern citizen class. Yeah, let other communities destroy their own communities if they have bad behavior that they don't want to contain. And another thing. Now, I said that that Candace Owens and stuff, they like to put out the bad behavior in our community in mixed company. That is true. One thing you are correct is, yes, we should not be trying to go after our own people in mixed company. If we want to fix something within our own community, let's do it in private, where it's just only us and no outside interference comes and messes with our community. We fix our own community on our own and in private, and we don't need to show off to the racists. But yeah, see, when me, woke progressive, Tariq up here, shout out to him, say stuff, it's because we care about our community. We're not going to try to use it to put bad upon our community and throw it under the bus like some of these coons and race and traitors. We point out this stuff, and same with Harvey Superboy, shout out to him. When me, woke progressive, Tariq, and Harvey Superboy point out this stuff in our videos, we point out bad behavior in our community because we care about our community. We want to fix the problems in our community so that we can be a better community, so we don't end up destroying ourselves or letting people outside of our community destroy us. Yeah, this is probably going to be like a 20-minute something video, which could be a long, but this is something I need to talk about. What these people did with this police car was disturbing. It sets a bad reputation, and unfortunately they could have got themselves in a situation they could have got killed, especially when you have cops that racist. Some could be racist and trigger happy. This is their property they're doing this on. I know the cops did not approve of this. They know that you can be shot by a race soldier, even just if they have complied to stand there. You got Nazis out there with weapons. We need to do better in responding to certain situations. This is not a way to do it. So shout out to Tariq. I'll even leave a link. Into the description box and comment section, so you can actually see the video for yourself on your own time. And maybe if you're a content creator, you can do your own commentary. I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. In the comment section, and just what you think about this video. Make sure you also share this video. I want a lot of people to see this because this is something that we need to discuss. Make sure you like the video, share the video. If you've yet to subscribe, please subscribe and hit that notification button. If you're having trouble getting notifications, make sure you unsubscribe, then resubscribe, re-hit that subscribe button, re-hit that notification button. Also, make sure to check every once in a while if I come up with a new video. If you're still not getting notifications, just come to my video every once in a while, each day, week, whatever, to see if I brought in a new video, and so that you'll be able to catch up with what I've been doing on my channel. And speaking also, I will leave links to different accounts that I have, including backup channels on YouTube, channels like Black Junction, and other accounts, blackshare.net, Twitter. Follow me on these different platforms because I also post stuff on there as well, like comments or videos or whatever. There might be some other accounts. I've just recently went back to blackspot.tv. You won't probably see that link in my list of links. Maybe in future videos you will. Or just look at the different links of the different channels and try to subscribe to them or follow me on there. And so because I post stuff on there. But that's all I got to say. As a community, we need to have better responses, and we need to act a lot better when issues like this. This is not how you do it. This is not the kind of behavior our community needs to be known for. If this was a party and nothing bad was happening, maybe I will let it slide or just say it's just a good time. But this was at a situation where there was real danger nearby, and we should have acted a lot better and be on code and actually had a different, more destructive response to Nazis and KKK people causing trouble. We should have had a more warrior class response than this. But that's all I have to say for now. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.